Hi everyone, today is April the 25th, 2022, and this is Wes Fryer, and I'd like to show you how I like to be able to share the links to my student Scratch accounts and projects. So here on our class website, right on the home page here, I've got Scratch mazes, and this is from last trimester. You just can click on this, and then I've got all my students' first names, and then you can click on their profiles and then immediately go to their Scratch mazes. And this is a way that students are able to quickly find each other's maze and be able to play that. And so I'm going to show you how I create this using a published Google Sheet as well as Seesaw. So my fifth graders have been doing their initial projects, and I've asked them to go ahead when they turn in their what I call a code talk. So this is an assignment where they are actually describing their code, showing their project. This is just a simple animate your name project. And then they are talking about their code. At the bottom as a comment, they go ahead and put the link to their project. And so if they have the editor at the end, it'll show the edit page, but then this is the project page. And then their actual channel, if I click here, this is their Scratch channel, and that's what I want to link up. And so I go ahead and highlight that and copy it. And then over here on this Google Sheet, actually this one here, I have already put my students' first names in the first column, and then I have a space for their Scratch profile, and then eventually I'll put their maze game link here. And you can see I've already started to do that for my 5-1 section. But here we can come to Arden's row, and I'll just paste in that link, and then that link is going to be available from the home page here of our page, but it's not linked up. And so how do I do that? And by the way, this isn't looking like just a shared Google Sheet. It's looking a little bit different, and that's because it's a published web page. So this is a feature. They've moved where this is in Google Docs and Sheets, but it's really excellent for this kind of thing where I just want a web page that students and others can click on. And what I do is I go to the File menu and I choose Share. This used to be called Publish to Web, I think, but they've moved it in the last couple months. And so now it's under Share, and you choose Publish to Web. So File, Share, Publish to Web. This is different than going up to the corner, by the way, where I click on the share icon and I'm going to share the Google Doc and get a link. This looks a little different. This isn't a Google Sheet that you can copy. It's just a web page, but it works really fast, and I think for this application it's excellent. So File, make a file, Share, Publish to the web, and then I have to decide what it is I'm going to share. In this case, it's my spreadsheet in this worksheet, I guess, in this spreadsheet called 5.2, and I can do this different ways, but I just want it as a web page, and so I'm going to go ahead and click Publish. And so now I have a custom link right here that's just for that web page. If I want to take a look at that, I can paste it in, and there it is, and there's the link that I did for Arden's page. And so now I can edit my web page here in Google Sites. I can highlight the section number and paste in this really long link, and I can go ahead and publish this, and it takes a couple seconds here. But now when I go back to my class website, I'm going to reload, and notice that before I reload it, there's not a link here on 5.2. I'll go ahead and reload the page. Oh, look, there's the link. Now we can click 5.2, and then there's Arden's page. So I really, really like this as a technique for quickly being able to get being able to quickly get to my students' pages, but most importantly, letting students get to each other's pages. Of course, once they have, found a classmate's page and they're not having to, type in that whole long address, they could choose to follow their classmate, they can favorite their projects, all of those kinds of things can make it easier for them to find them later. But getting the initial links can take a lot of time if you're trying to have them type in their names and addresses, and that probably isn't a great idea. So I'm in the process of migrating my media literacy lessons from my school Google site. I'm actually not migrating them, I'm just copying them. And I'm putting them over here on this website, lessons.wesfryer.com. So I actually have started to put my Scratch animation lesson here, and you can see how I do this lesson sequence with my 5th graders. Absolutely love Scratch. It is such a wonderful, wonderful platform for learning coding and computational thinking. I hope that's helpful to you. Good luck with your own coding lessons, as well as encouraging students to see each other's work and follow each other and be inspired by each other.